Alright, Shalom. First of all, I want to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith, and Shalom to all the sincere believers. Now, this lesson is going to be based on two dead, including child, in unrelated multi-vehicle crash in Harnett County. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts. The Lord's will, you're edified. It says, two unrelated crashes, both proved deadly Sunday in Harnett County. The first happened Sunday morning and left a child dead after a multi-vehicle crash around 10 a.m. on the 1100 block of NC Highway 210 south of Lillington. Responding units found the crash involved 4 vehicles. A child was found in critical condition and died from their injuries at the scene. North Carolina State Highway Patrol said. According to investigators, a white Ford Expedition traveled left of center and sideswiped 2 pickups before hitting a Toyota passenger car head on. The driver of the Ford was the only one in the vehicle. The Toyota had 3 people inside, including the child. At least 2 people were taken to Cape Fear Valley Medical Center. Both pickup drivers were evaluated and released by EMS at the scene. The cause of the crash is still being investigated. In a later incident, a head-on crash left a driver dead on U.S. Highway 421 in northern Harnett County. Just after 6 p.m., emergency workers were dispatched to U.S. Highway 421 and Sloan Road. They found a Ford Explorer Sport and a Chevrolet Tahoe that had collided. The driver of the Ford Explorer was pronounced dead at the scene, the Highway Patrol told an ABC 11 breaking news crew. The Tahoe, which was off the roadway, had a driver pinned inside the seat. Another adult and 3 children were also inside. Rescuers extracted the driver, who was then taken to a hospital via helicopter. The others in the Tahoe were taken by ground to area hospitals for treatment. The extent of injuries or their conditions were not immediately known. A state trooper at the scene said it appeared the Ford crossed the center line and struck the Tahoe. U.S. Highway 421 was closed for more than 3 hours while investigators worked to gather evidence and clear the scene. Yeah, so this is what's happening, man, in these last days, these deadly car crashes. And the Heavenly Father, He's the one causing all of it. Like it says in Psalms 9 and 16, the Lord Yahweh is known by the judgment which He executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands, Hegeon Selah. So the Heavenly Father is the reason why these judgments are happening. Ecclesiasticus 39:28, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So basically the Heavenly Father created these spirits of vengeance, and then He sends them out to execute His judgments, to lay sore strokes upon people in the form of wounding them or killing them or afflicting them in some kind of way. And that judgment appeases or satisfies the wrath of the Heavenly Father. Verse 29, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. So death itself is a spirit of vengeance created by the Lord. And that spirit of vengeance is used daily because every day people die. And like it says in Luke 21 and 22, For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. So we're living in the days of vengeance, and more of the Lord's spirits of vengeance are being used to bring judgment upon people that the Lord is angry with. Deuteronomy 32:39. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. And every day the Heavenly Father, through his spirits of vengeance, kills and wounds many people, men, women, and children alike. Because, like it says in Romans 2:11, there is no respect of persons with Yahweh. So anybody can get judged for the wickedness and the iniquities that they do. Job 4:7, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? And the answer to both of those questions is that no one has perished being innocent, nor were the righteous ever cut off. Because if these people were innocent, the Lord would not have killed them. You know, that child that died and the other person that died. And, you know, you're going to have simple minded people that will be like, well, what did the child do? Well, depending on the age of the child, you know, they couldn't have done anything in this life, but the Lord more than likely was judging them for something that they did in their past life, which goes into reincarnation, which goes way over the head of most people. Even though the scriptures tell us that we come back every third or fourth generation. But a lot of people, they're way too simple to be able to understand that. But yeah, that's why, you know, you read stories about newborn babies dying because, hey, the Lord judged them early on. Whatever they did in their past life, the Lord punished them early on in this life for it. And, you know, you can ask why, but it's ultimately because that's what the Heavenly Father wanted to do. You know, that's how he chose to judge them. It says, or where were the righteous cut off? And the Lord has never cut off the righteous. Those who are righteous in the eyes of the Lord have never been forsaken. So, people who die, they're neither righteous or innocent in the eyes of the Lord, especially these people who die in these particular manners. Car crashes, fires, plane crashes, animal attacks, you know, these severe judgments. The Lord would not punish someone so harshly if they were righteous. Verse 8, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. And that's what's happening. Like I quoted in Luke 21:22, you know, these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. And the Lord is pouring out his wrath and his vengeance upon the earth through his spirits that are created for vengeance. Ecclesiastes 3:1, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Verse 2, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. And in this particular judgment for those two people, that child and that other person who died, as a result of these car crashes, it was just their time, according to the will of the Lord, and there was nothing that could have been done to prevent that from happening, apart from the Heavenly Father Himself not wanting that judgment to take place at all. And this goes for basically every judgment that results in people dying. It was just their time. The Lord gave them a time limit of how long they were going to live. And then once they ran out of that time, the Lord's spirit of vengeance was sent upon them. And seeing as we are in the last days, a lot more people are going to die out here in various forms, all in accordance to the will of the Lord, and all as a result of these people's wicked actions. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. Closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash, the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith and shalom to all the sincere believers. Hope you stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up. Adawan Ratazah. Till next time, shalom.